G'day guys, and welcome to Valheim. If you follow me on Twitter, you'll see it's where I've spent the majority of the last 6 months. I've been playing with DeCrazy and our crew on our own dedicated vanilla server. Sometimes you can catch us on Twitch on Friday and Saturday nights, getting up to all sorts of mischief. I've also met some truly awesome and inspiring individuals through the Twitch community. I've left their links in the description below. Be sure to check them out. I guarantee that you'll either have a good giggle or maybe get some inspiration for your builds. So what is Valheim, you ask? It's a survival building PvE game available on Steam, created by Irongate. It's still in early access, so it's still reasonably priced, under $30 Australian or $20 US. The best way I would describe it, it's similar to Minecraft with gathering and mobs, but way more brutal. It's also similar to Lumber Tycoon with a unique building style, but with way more realism. It's the perfect combination to fight, build, explore and survive as a Viking. There is something for everyone. And now Hearth and Home has arrived on the 16th of September. There's a whole new range of mechanics and content to play with. So I thought it'd be the perfect opportunity to start over on a brand new seed and hopefully give some useful tips and tricks to navigate a whole new world in Valheim. So let's kick back with a cuppa and get started. Starting a new character or starting your first is as simple as clicking on new. There are several options to customise your Viking. You can choose the gender, change the skin tone, try different hairstyles from braided all the way to swept. You can select the colour of the hair by playing with the hair tone and the blondness. And of course, once you choose your name, you're all ready to get started. One of the unique characteristics of Valheim is that every character has their own inventory. So no matter which world or seed that you enter into, you can bring these items with you. It means that you can travel anywhere without having to recollect your armour and weapons over and over. So what is a seed? It's basically a randomly generated world of Valheim. Every seed is completely different from each other. Starting a new seed is as simple as hitting on the new and naming it. Ergo, 7 days in Valheim. There are many ways to play Valheim. You can play solo or host a world with your friends. You can create community servers and play with others from across the world. There is also dedicated servers that you can join or create, and many mods that can be used. The options are endless. And unless modded, a normal seed can hold up to 10 people at a time. However, for the purpose of this video series, I prefer vanilla, and will do my best to solo my way through. You never know, I might need to call in support later for some of the boss battles. Feel free to comment below if you have any questions or knowledge to share about servers and mods. I'm sure we can source any answers within the awesome Valheim community. So with that, let's get started. Long ago, the All-Father Odin united the worlds. He threw down his foes and cast them into the 10th world, then split the boughs that held the prison into the world tree and let it drift unanchored, a place of exile. For centuries, this world slumbered uneasily, but it did not die. As glacial ages passed, kingdoms rose and fell out of sight of the gods. When Odin heard his enemies were growing once again in strength, he looked into Midgard and sent his Valkyries to scour the battlefields for the greatest of their warriors. Dead to the world, they would be born again in Valheim. This will be the one and only time in the entirety of your Valheim experience that you'll get to see the Valkyrie. The Valkyrie is supremely awe-inspiring to watch as they fly you down into your new seed and land you into the middle of the sacrificial stones. And this is where you'll meet Hugin for the very first time. So who is Hugin? According to Viking lore, Hugin is one of the two ravens that fly everywhere across the realms to bring information to Odin. With his name meaning thought, it makes sense that he would be the bringer of information to you as a unique tutorial. Every time you touch or do something new, Hugin will appear. You can access these tutorials over and over again in your inventory, right under the raven in the list. The more that you explore, the more that you will discover. For example, as soon as you look in the direction of the red stone, Hugin will appear to explain the Vegvisir. These stones will be everywhere throughout your map to indicate locations to summon bosses or Forsaken as he describes them. In this case, it will locate where to summon the very first Eikthyr, or affectionately as what I like to call him, the IKEA boss. In every seed, there will be more than one location for each of the Forsaken. Valheim is all about survival and progression. There are two main resources that you'll find yourself continuously saying, I need wood or I need stone. These are the two core resources to craft anything in Valheim, from weapons and tools to the most basic of homes to the grandest of structures. At this stage in the game, picking up a stray branch and stone pebbles will unlock new recipes. When you hit tab, you'll see 3 new crafting items. The hammer. This is one of the most underrated and essential tool that you'll need to carry with you 100% of the time. The hammer is a tool to build, repair or destroy anything in Valheim. The club is the first dedicated weapon to smack your enemies on the head with. Of course, the stone axe. Personally, it's my favourite first tool to make. It doubles as a tool to help chop down trees and hit your enemies with. Even Hugin's tutorial will give you the hint to make the stone axe. Which brings us to skills. Everything that you do, whether you run, jump, swing your club, chop a tree, or even punch something, it will increase your skill. The higher your skill level goes, the less stamina it will cost you to do it. You can access your skills at any time when you hit tab under the triangles. Just remember though, with every death in the game, these skills will drop and you'll have to work to build them up again. The last part you also need to be aware of is your health and stamina. With any survival game, you get this through food. So no matter which food item you pick up as you explore, Hugin will appear when you pick up your very first item. With the new Hearth and Home, the food system has changed quite a bit. You'll see your health bar at the bottom left of your screen. You can eat up to 3 different items at one time to increase your health and stamina. The stamina bar will appear at the bottom centre when you do something. All foods now have been separated into 3 different categories, indicated by the colour of a fork. Red for more health over stamina, yellow for more stamina over health, or silver for a balance of both. So depending on your style of play, keep in mind your health and stamina will be a key component, as you'll quite often find yourself saying, I need to eat, or I need stamina. The starting point to any seed is always in the meadows, so while I set off and explore this new seed for 7 in-game days, hopefully you've gained some tips to get yourself started and get ready to explore. Make sure you collect plenty of stone, wood and food you can find, and keep an eagle eye out for anything that will attack. Until then, I'll catch you next time when I explain all things meadows. Remember, feel free to tag me on Twitter if you want to share any of your builds or adventures in Valheim. I always love to see those. Or comment below if you want anything explained. Until then, I'll catch you later, alligator.